How's it going, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? Adrian here. Bit of a... as I knock everything over. Haul today of pickups. So here's the thing. Lately, I've been on this whole trying to knock out just things in general that I've always wanted to get, whether they're just kind of tech, luxury goods, lifestyle things I've just kind of had on my list for a long time. I used to do this thing back when I was younger where I would make a list every new year. I had this whiteboard that sat above my bed, and it would be a list of all the things that I would want, right? Like PS3 or X item. And a lot of it was to kind of have this running list of, call it motivation, call it whatever you want, just a basic, list that was almost like a super pared down version of a mood board of the things that I wanted. And the thought was that it would help me kind of concentrate on getting the things that I really want in the year and not distract me too much. Though it ended up I'd always just add stuff to the list until the whiteboard got full. Anyways, as of late, I've been picking up a couple things that have been on my to-buy list. And I have a couple things here that I picked up that are mostly travel accessories. And granted, luxury goods, these are things that are nice to have, not need to have. These are things that you are paying an exorbitant markup for the logo and the brand. And I'm fully aware of that, and I'm admitting that off the top. I'm going to have a full review on some of these things after my experience with them. But yeah, figured we just dive into it. I have a couple trips coming up, a lot of weddings this year, and been wanting to pick up some more travel and kind of daily use accessories. So, first things first here. From Louis Vuitton today, we just picked this up in Union Square here in San Francisco. I have been meaning to upgrade my watch case, and today's the day that I finally did that. I love watches. I travel often with my watches, and as sometimes impractical as it is, I travel with minimum 2 to 3, depending on where I'm going and how long I'll be. So I've been wanting a nicer watch case. I've been using a standard watch roll that I got on Amazon for $30 for years now. But granted, the watches that I'm putting in there, are of substantial value to me. I want to make sure that I not just protect them, but yeah, it's nice to have something aesthetically pleasing, right, when it comes to that. So this is just their standard watch case, and I'll hold up 3 watches depending. This is in the monograms, the classic monogram, in the black, so you can get the standard brown monogram. This also comes in their damier design as well. I believe they just call it graphite for the black. But yeah, so just standard box, nothing too fancy here. Same that their sunglasses and whatnot come in. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. They literally just throw that box and they throw this dust bag in it, and here it is, the case itself. So you can see here, this is just a small, you can call it a watch roll, a case, in this kind of classic black and silver hardware. It is just a clasp here, so you would just pull this through the little loop and to fasten it, and it is only just one hole, so it's not adjustable in that sense. So one thing to note, and it is a singular roll. So take the little card out here. This is just the singular roll that you would put the watches on when you're traveling and to kind of keep them protected, obviously. And then it's a felt inside material. And just for transparency, here we do have the price, $1,170 pre-tax. So I'm going to come out to $1,200 plus after tax. Always want to be that kind of transparent about those things. So yeah, this is a costly watch case, and you are paying exclusively for the brand and the logo that is Louis Vuitton. No question or mistake there. So this is more for that aesthetics here. But this watch roll, it is pretty squishy, which is good and flexible, because you want that depending on the type of watches you're going to be putting. For example, the foam I have right now is pretty firm in my cheaper watch case, and then sometimes that makes it a hassle depending on the watch type. So for example, the way this would work, you would put watches like these, watches, for example, my Omega here, that does not have a leather strap, so it doesn't open fully. You just have to open the clasp. You would just put it on like so, and then you would, just like you're putting it on your wrist, you would just lock it in there so that it holds firmly in place. So it holds watches like that. Obviously, if you have other watches, like a little bit of a dressier style here, here's my Grand Seiko, I can put it on, and then you would have to, of course, just strap this and then lock it into one of the holes there, and then it could fit like that. Ideally, you could probably fit, maybe stretch 4 depending on your watch sizes, but comfortably for sure 3. And then of course if you're just traveling or wearing one, which I typically am when traveling. So again, this will work perfect. I can pack 2, wear a third, and then kind of rotate. And you have a good rotation of watches there. So super sleek. I've been wanting this for a long time, just to kind of travel a little bit more in style and while protecting the watches here. So it has this nice felt material. But yeah, this is the Louis Vuitton graphite monogram watch case, watch roll, whatever you want to call it. All right, also part of today's haul, this isn't really a travel accessory. This is more so something I got because I will be traveling to a wedding. I needed a green tie and I wanted like a new tie. This is very simple. This is a Suit Supply tie that I actually own in a brown and blue colorway, and I wanted this tie because of the wedding theme is like kind of earth tone. So essentially you have this kind of green, dark green, blue and white tone. So this will go well with my tan suit here, as it is with my mouse pad right now. So nothing crazy. This is just a Suit Supply tie. It goes for about like, I think 75, 80 bucks. Have quite a bit, the collection of ties. And these are on the more, I wouldn't say affordable. It's like medium range. Obviously you can get ties for much cheaper, but compared to like luxury ties and stuff like that, definitely much more affordable. All right. And today's last pickup here, and certainly the big one, is this pickup from Rimowa. This is the German brand that's very known for their suitcases, but today we have something that is not a suitcase. In fact, it is another travel essential, especially for somebody like myself who lives in a city like San Francisco. This is the Rimowa Never Still Collection backpack. This backpack is one that I've always wanted since I saw it in store when I first made the splurge for like my first Rimowa suitcase. This is something that I always wanted, but I knew it wasn't as practical. At least I thought at the time. And at the time, it probably wasn't as practical for me. But this is a backpack. So this is their Never Still collection. This is the black and silver hardware, as you can see here. Like I said, at the time, I wanted to invest in a suitcase before a long international travel. And suitcases are generally things that hopefully you're going to have for a long time. So I want to invest in a reputable and known brand. But honestly, if I also think about it, I use my backpack, at least right now, every day. Because when I go to the office or commute or just walk around the city, I tend to have a backpack on me. It's much more, I guess, like socially acceptable, if you want to say that, in a city like San Francisco where a lot of people tend to commute with backpacks. I debated between this and their kind of like briefcase shoulder bag scenario, because typically I'm just traveling with my laptop and stuff like that, but I opted to go for the backpack so I have a little bit more flexibility. I can use this on a day-to-day. I can use this for travel, all sorts of things, and maybe in the future, who knows, we'll go with that briefcase setup. But we are adding to my Rimowa collection here. This is just, in my opinion, a super, super sleek backpack. You can see more of the finer details here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the other camera so you can also see kind of a better angle here. Let's just get the basic specs out of the way. This is a near $1,700 plus backpack. Again, getting it out the way from the start. This is overkill for a backpack, even if you travel a lot, I would argue. There are a ton of backpacks you can get for well under this price by very reputable brands. But if you like the Rimowa aesthetic, if you like the whole Rimowa, kind of line of products, and you're a fan of their things and you want stuff that kind of falls in that line, you're not going to be disappointed here, obviously. Outside of the price point. This is made in Italy. It has some high quality. It's a combination of like leather, fabric here, and different materials. I'm going to go ahead and turn on this other camera too, just so you can kind of see a different angle as I take this apart. So it was like fresh out of the box. Like they had this in the back inventory. This comes in like a navy colorway. This also comes in a like all black look, where like the hardware is also all black. But yeah, this is just something that I've always wanted, just never pulled the trigger on because of the price. And again, for the most part, the backpacks I've had have done me fine. Our company actually just got custom backpacks with our logos on them, so I was like really hesitant to get another backpack, but ultimately obviously did pull the trigger here. And again, it's a nice like backpack that I can use in various situations, even if I end up just using it for purely travel. So it has a lot of this like kind of material and protection on it. It actually has a little like suitcase luggage tag on it here, which I didn't ask if you can get hot stamped actually, which I should have asked, because like all your luggages and when you get a suitcase, you can get those like, whoops, accidentally hit the pause button there. You can get those hot stamped, but I actually did not ask about this, and I should have, because I feel like you definitely could. I feel like that's exactly what this whole back portion's for, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. You have the protections on all the hardware. So taking a closer look at it, you can see the details here using the other camera of the hardware. You have this like metal clasp right here, and that's the main kind of like unlocking component. So you can just kind of push down and it'll pop up. And then you have this kind of leather flap on the very top. So that's the main entry. You have this like drawstring here that you can pull to kind of tighten or loosen the, what do you call that? The opening, the main opening to the bag. And I'm just going to go ahead and loosen that. This is like one of those things, and I remember seeing this in mentions, like it is pretty tough. Like you have to use a bit of force here, which I guess is a good thing, so nobody can just kind of slide in your backpack. But there you have it. It is stuffed right now, so you have some stuffing. You have this kind of styrofoam there to help keep its structure. And you have more kind of bag stuffing there to help it keep rigidity. Again, this was like fresh out of the box. Like they were just shipped to the store because you had to go in the back to get this. This is the large size. So this comes in a much smaller size. I was going to try this or opt for the smaller size, but when I put it on, it was just way too small. And this fits like up to 16-inch laptops, which is something that I'm always going to be kind of carrying, or at least a laptop. Has a dedicated laptop sleeve and then just a couple other pockets inside, which I know is kind of hard to see, but you have that dedicated laptop sleeve here in the back. Outside of that, you have the two side pockets here. So those are there. They have their little padding in there as well to kind of help keep that structure. But nice for like, you know, easy access stuff, or like even like, I guess technically you can maybe, I don't know if you can fit a water bottle in there, but yeah. But yeah, this is the overall shape, the size. Again, just something that is, again, more aesthetically pleasing in my opinion, and fits that Rimowa aesthetic with like you can kind of see here the little lines. I'll turn it here too so the camera can see it. And then you have the branding, very small right there, but it does exist. And I guess I'll do a little bit of like a try on here so you can see it. So kind of like the side profile, and then from behind there. But yeah, that is the Never Still Backpack. Cleaning up there, I got some smudge right there, but overall, like a very rigid, structured, sleek backpack and design, in my opinion. For me, it's a bag that I feel like I'll be able to use daily that kind of goes well casual or more of a dressier look. Like I tend to wear suits a lot to the office, and I feel even though you know, maybe like a briefcase or something looks a little bit better when you're dressed up, this is a backpack that is also just kind of fits both casual and sleek in terms of its style, in my opinion. It's not for everybody, nor is it practical for its price, but again, it is just a really great travel backpack, in my opinion. I'm excited to finally have it in the collection. It has this nice little luggage strap here, which I really like on backpacks, so that you can kind of secure it to your luggage on the top of the handlebar there, so that you can kind of like pull it along when you're in an airport or whatnot. So yeah, here it is, the Rimowa Never Still Large Backpack. Kind of see ultimately what I was going for there. See the kind of black and black travel accessories. Again, really, really happy to add these to my personal collection. These are something I've been after for a while, so happy to finally pull the trigger on them. I'm going to have like a full review after I've actually used these things in practicality, see how they weather, see what I like and don't like about them, and kind of talk about them in comparison to just average products out there. But yeah, ultimately, still happy to have these in the collection, And I hope you enjoyed a little bit of a look at them. If you have some general questions about the products, whether it's the watch case or the backpack, throw them down in the comments below so I can kind of consider them when we do the full reviews individually of these products. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching.